Hello and welcome. My name is Carsten Lützen. I'm an Agile coach and a Scrum Master. Today I will share some more general presentation tips. And I hope that if you like these videos, please subscribe and share. That would be super awesome. In the last 3 or 4 years, in the fall, I've been teaching a computer science class around software engineering, and in the last lecture I always give a short talk on presentation tips that I would really have liked to know when I was a student myself, and these are the ones that I will also just share here, because I think that this idea of simple presentation techniques can actually get us quite a long way with quite low effort. So just hang in there, and then we will go through them. So of course there is unfortunately not a one right answer or silver bullet, so these are more tips and guidelines compared to an explicit law, or this is the only way you can do it. Just keep that in mind. So the first one in this is just the most important thing you can do when you are to present, whether it is at an oral exam or to shareholders or stakeholders or to the team or to the company or whoever. Smile. A smile will give you so much credit. You won't believe how much it actually does compared to looking like this. So body language actually has a lot to say on how people perceive us. And the same with a lot of us. When we are nervous, we tend to speak fast and without any breaks. So really rehearse speaking slowly and rehearse having breaks. So take a moment, pause, and then say what you want to say. That makes a lot of difference for the people listening to you, because then you have time to reflect and really digest. What did you just say? What did I just hear? And then rehearse it. Try to say it out loud several times. That will really give you, oh, this word, oh, that didn't really work how I intended it to, or I didn't really get my point across. Again, this also helps make it much easier for the audience to get the core message that you're trying to deliver. And then think about the flow, a good storyline, a good flow, making it natural. What comes next? What follows from there? Instead of us going in this direction and then all of a sudden we're jumping to this direction again. It's super confusing, and a good flow can really help with that. Know the order. So don't be surprised if you have a slideshow and you look, oh, I didn't know that slide was coming up now. Unless you're super experienced and do it on purpose, then know the order so you can change slide without looking. You know what is there and you can start talking to it, maybe even just 2 seconds before you show the slide, because that really shows that you know what you're presenting, and it makes you seem quite trustworthy. And if people ask questions and you don't know the answer, just say, I don't know. I do that because I don't know everything, and hopefully nobody expects me to know everything. So I would much rather say, I'm sorry, I don't know, but maybe we can talk about it after the presentation, or I might know somebody else that can help you in this direction, because I don't know everything, and I guess nobody does that. Last is really show that it matters. Why is this important to you? Why is this message super important to you? Again, back to this point with smiling and body language. It makes a great difference if I do like this or if I do like this. People won't find it that trustworthy if I'm looking at my feet or at the floor the entire time, but instead I don't need to have eye contact. But again, look up, show that it matters. It makes quite a lot of difference. Some people are really happy with slides that is just bullet points with complete sentences and just notes actually more for the speaker than for the participants or the audience. So, but when you present a slide, the first thing people will do is to read it. So if you have long sentences, paragraphs, quotes, people will read it, they won't listen to you. So think of that. Don't use the bullet points as notes. Have the important concepts, the important things you want to highlight, only that as bullet point, not the rest. And I am capable of reading myself, and the majority of the crowd will be as well. So don't just read up slides. Augment them with something. Share more details. Do some storytelling around it. That's also why when I present, I prefer to have slides with fairly few words, because then I can speak to it and then use specific words to center the audience's attention around, and not having them read all the slides, but listening to me. What is it that I'm trying to tell them? What is it that I'm trying to get them to know? And be aware of, it doesn't really bolster confidence. And a lot of this is also showing that you know what you're talking about. And if you say it every second sentence, that will just be super annoying. As soon as people start to listen for this, they won't hear anything else that you're saying other than which is not what you want. Don't believe that you can wing it. It takes quite a lot of preparation. It takes quite a lot of rehearsal to do a presentation, and it's okay. Nobody expects you to be able to wing it. So use the time, use the effort, and the next time you need to do a presentation, you can do it a bit faster with a bit less preparation, or just use the same amount of preparation and do it even better. But don't try to wing it. It's simply not worth it. Last sticky note. I have seen some that truly believes that the audience is there to annoy you or ask stupid questions or try to get you to look stupid. My experience is that that's not the case. They're genuinely there to help you, to make sure that you shine. So remember that when they ask a question, be curious, listen. What is it that they're trying to say or ask? And then answer politely. And it's okay to say, the question that you have asked, we will cover that in 2 slides. So just hang in there for 10 more minutes and then we will get to it. And if you don't think it's covered at the end, then please raise your hand and then we can talk about it some more, or catch me after the presentation. That's completely fine, but do it in a polite way. That is some of my presentation tips that I have either learned from others or stolen with pride from others, or simply just experienced myself through a lot of errors and trials, and then some more errors. So I'm hoping some of you will help me coming up, adding your presentation techniques. That would be super awesome. And as always, if you have comments, questions, ideas or feedback, please send me a message, write a comment. That would be super awesome. And that's it. Have a super awesome day.